How about you and me dive into the legend known as the Yazoo Witch of Mississippi? Urban legends are generally fascinating bits of history that contain some tidbits of truth, but the legend of the Yazoo Witch is so horrifying that we wish it not to be true. The town of Yazoo is quite charming. I mean, come on, look at it. But behind all the quaintness lies a spine-tingling legend. According to the legend, there was an evil witch who lived near the banks of the Yazoo River, and no one knew anything about her, but they hated her nonetheless. They hated her so much that they didn't even give her a name. It's said that on dark and stormy nights, she would lure fishermen to her house where she would poison or torture them, then kill them, then bury their bodies on a densely wooded hill nearby her house. Then one late night in 1884, a boy by the name of Joe Bob Duggett was passing by her house on a raft when he heard a horrific moan. He hopped off his raft, approached the house, and looked through the window. Then when he saw it chilled him to the bone, he saw two dead men stretched out on the floor and an old, filthy woman singing and dancing incantations over the bodies. The local sheriff came looking for the missing men. They smashed in her door, but they were unable to find them or the woman, and to this day, the men have never been found. Then they made their way to the attic where the smell was just terrible, and they found dozens of half-starved cats, two skeletons hanging from the rafters, and the floor was littered with fish bones. Finally catching a glimpse of her, the sheriff and his deputies ran after her, but of course by the time they caught up with the witch, she was already captured, but not by them, by quicksand. As she was slowly sinking, the witch swore that she would come back for revenge, so she put a curse on the town of Yazoo, and she said that she would come back in 20 years to burn the town to the ground. The next day, they buried her in the center of the town cemetery and even put a chain around the grave just in case she decided to rise from the dead. They also dated it May 25th of 1884, just in case her curse came true. And what do you know, at May 25th of 1904, exactly 20 years since her death, the town of Yazoo caught on fire. And witnesses of the fire said it had a strange quality, with the flames jumping, twisting, and leaping in a way they had never seen a fire behave before. Many people believed the flames were dancing by command of the witch. Was this a curse or a coincidence? We may never know.